Oh, hello again, everybody. Today I'm starting on another little project, and I'm going to be introducing, well, a new YouTube channel actually. But first off, let me spin you around and show you what I'm doing here. Okay, so basically what I'm building here, I'm going to do a. I've heard people call them a Cyberdeck. Of course, that uses a Raspberry Pi. This is an actual Windows computer, but I'm going to take this case. This is kind of it's a hard case, waterproof, and it's pretty tough. Had to use my other hand to but it actually holds itself in a perfect position to be kind of like a computer. Now, what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to make this like a technology survival case, which you can have all your technology with you that you might need. Like, for example, if let's say there's some kind of thing happens, EMP or something like that happens, then you're not going to have internet, you're not going to have cell service or nothing like that. So stuff that you might want to look up, you're not going to be able to look up on the internet because the internet is going to be down. It's not going to be there for you. So what I have on this Windows computer here, and this is a fresh install Windows, it's barely got anything on it except for it's got this Kiwix, and this is actually in the Microsoft store. Okay, that went straight into the Wikipedia. But okay, now all of these are files that are like Wikipedia files, iFixit. This is basically the offline copies of these websites. So if there's anything that you would want to know in a situation where you don't have internet, it would be good to be able to look it up on here. Like, the entire iFixit website is on here, and you can just look up whatever you want to fix, and most things are in here. Okay, you can actually download the entire Wikipedia. I've only got the top 100 topics in here right now. All this is taking up like 10 gigabytes on a small SD card. It's actually a 128 gigabyte SD card, but only 10 gigs are taken up, and it has like the top 100 articles on Wikipedia. You can actually get the entire Wikipedia database or website on here. And you have just like regular navigation buttons here where you can go back and forth, and these are zip files, and they are what you have to compress these websites down, and you get the entire website. And there's a lot of them. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Okay, so as for the case, this is the if y'all remember, I put this case on the back of my Hawk 250 dirt bike. You can see the holes here, which I'll have to plug up to make this waterproof again. But I got saddlebags on it now, so I don't really need this. But actually, it did kind of make it kind of hard to throw your leg over, and I guess the older I get, the harder it is to get on it. So, well, I just took it off, and I'm going to use it for this. You know, so it is kind of dirty and needs cleaned up and all that. But once I get it cleaned up, I'm going to line the inside of this with probably a layer of aluminum foil, a layer of cardboard, and then probably either some type of steel or copper to go on the inside of that. I'm trying to make a Faraday cage out of it. I'm going to line the whole thing so that when this is closed, it is not going to be affected by an EMP or anything like that. And in order to do that effectively, I would have to make sure that I ground the top lid to the bottom lid. So I'll have to have a little wire running down here to ground it, because if there's any if it's not connected, then there can be a potential to have your electronics ruined anyway. But just like I said, this is basically made for like an apocalyptic situation where everything has messed up, and basically there's no infrastructure to fall back on to get your information that you need. So okay, so I'm going to harden the case for an EMP. Alright, well that's great, but what all is going to be in here? Is it just going to be the computer? Well, no. I'm going to also have an extra cell phone in here that I can use as a portable database. And also I'm going to have a two-way radio, and it also has like weather bands. It has AM, FM, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to have enough room for it over here. I'm going to have a lithium battery, maybe even two, and a small power inverter, so you'll be able to have an output of, well, 120 volts. And I'm also going to have a couple of cigarette lighter plugs for the occasion where you need to plug in a 12 volt plug. Of course, I'm going to have the screen up here. It's going to have different inputs. I have a device ordered that is an HDMI switch that I can switch between different devices to display on this. I'm going to make it so that I can use my cell phone and use Samsung Decks as a basic computer. If I can't do what I need to do on this, I can switch to Samsung Decks and use it. That way I can use all the apps that I have on my phone onto this. And also, with all of these electronics in here, including also a flashlight. I'm going to have a flashlight in here, and it's just going to be kind of an emergency kit that you can use. I'm also going to have it to where you can charge it up with a solar panel. I have a device which I may put in here, but I'll have to make it where it'll come out easy. But it is a it is a jump box. It's got an air compressor in it, and it's a 12 volt lithium battery. So that would be perfect for, you know, having a little extra power in here, and it would make it even more versatile, because then you've got an air pump too. You got an air pump, you got a jump starter, you got it as an auxiliary battery, and you will have a plug that you can plug in to have a solar panel charge it. And then with all that, this case, once it's closed, of course nothing is completely impervious to any attack. A strong enough EMP would still affect this, but I'm going to harden it as much as I can, and you know, this will be my little bug out computer, I guess you call it. And I mean, plus you can just use it as a computer too. And if I do have the little air compressor in it, you can have the air compressor, you can have the computer, everything right there with you all the time. You can throw this in the back of a truck, it would be fine. I'm also thinking of putting some strobe lights on it in case you want to signal somebody else in your party. You could turn on those strobe lights and have them flashing and let people know that you're either you need help or whatever predetermined signal that you arranged. Maybe you're flashing the lights to let them know that you made it okay or something. But anyway, yeah, that is going to be my little project. I got a lot of stuff coming for it, and it's going to be a little while before I get everything, but I wanted to show y'all what I'm working on. But I think it will be kind of neat. It's going to be a little bug out computer, I'm going to call it. So anyway, okay, so what was that I was talking about a while ago with a new YouTube channel? Yeah, I have a new YouTube channel now, and I didn't know if it's not brand new, it's been up for a while. I didn't really know if I was going to really do anything with it. Now, what it is based on is I've been using an AI voice, different AI voices through this one service, because I tried podcasting with my own voice and I didn't like it at all. Some people kept telling me, yeah, it's great. Of course, that's what people tell you. They tell you, oh yeah, it sounds good, but when you listen to it yourself and you about fall asleep because your voice is too boring, you kind of know, yeah, it's not very good at all. My podcast was not good at all. So I quit doing it. But I took some of the topics and I wrote them into articles, and then I started putting up like royalty-free pictures and videos and stuff. What I've done with this, it's an AI voice, but it's my article that I've come up with, and it's based upon the original podcast episodes that I made. And I think there's only 4 videos up on there right now. There are a couple on EMPs, and they're only like 3 or 4 minutes long or something like that. I think there might be one on quantum computers, one on solar. I did a few more podcasts than that, but it's like scientific topics. So if y'all get a chance, the name of the channel, I'll put a link in the description too. The name of the channel is Scientific Fugacity, and that was came up with by my friend that had the podcast. He said it was kind of a, just kind of plays on the name Fugit and science and stuff. But anyway, he come up with that, and so I named it that. I kind of liked it.
Welcome, explorers of the universe, to Scientific Fugacity, your gateway to the mesmerizing world of science. Here we delve into the mysteries of the cosmos, the intricacies of biology, and the marvels of technology. From the smallest quarks to the vast expanse of the universe, no stone is left unturned. Our aim? To ignite your curiosity and fuel your passion for understanding the world around us. So buckle up, as we embark on this thrilling journey to the heart of science, where every moment is a discovery. Remember, in the realm of scientific fugacity, knowledge is the greatest adventure. Stay curious, stay fascinated. What would you do if all of your electronic devices suddenly stopped working? Imagine this scenario. You're cruising down the highway, your favorite song playing through the car speakers, when suddenly, the music stops. The engine sputters, the dashboard lights flicker, and then, everything goes quiet. You're stranded. And not just that, every electrical device around you has ceased to function. This could be the result of an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP. An EMP is a burst of electromagnetic energy that can disrupt, if not outright destroy, electronic devices within its effective range. They can be triggered by natural phenomena like solar flares, but more worryingly, they can also be man-made, resulting from a nuclear explosion or a specially designed electromagnetic bomb. So how can one protect oneself from such a catastrophic event? The first step is to understand the devices most vulnerable to an EMP. These include anything with a microchip: cars, phones, computers, and even modern appliances like refrigerators and microwaves. The second step is to shield these devices. This is where the concept of a Faraday cage comes into play. Named after scientist Michael Faraday, a Faraday cage is an enclosure used to block electromagnetic fields. A strong enough Faraday cage can protect your electronic equipment from an EMP. You can create a simple Faraday cage at home. Get a cardboard box, cover it inside and out with heavy-duty aluminum foil. Make sure all sides are covered and that the foil on the inside does not touch the foil on the outside. Place your electronics inside the box and seal it. Remember, the effectiveness of this Faraday cage depends on the strength of the EMP and the quality of your workmanship. The third step is to have backups of important devices and data. Keep spare electronics such as an old phone or a laptop in your Faraday cage. Regularly back up important data onto hard drives and keep them in the cage as well. The fourth step is to plan for a world without electricity. Learn survival skills like how to start a fire without matches, how to find and purify water, and how to identify edible plants. The fifth step is to build a network. In the event of an EMP, communities will fare better than individuals. Make sure you know your neighbors and discuss emergency plans with them. While the likelihood of experiencing an EMP event is low, the potential consequences are severe enough to warrant some level of preparation. By understanding what an EMP is, what it can do, and how to protect against it, you can ensure that you're not left in the dark. So start preparing today. Shield your devices, back up your data, learn survival skills, and build your network. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. And in the face of an EMP, these steps could very well be your saving grace.
Are you ready to delve into the intriguing world of electromagnetism? Next up on Scientific Fugacity, we're going to tackle a burning question. In the event of an EMP, which car should you have in your garage? The answer may surprise you. Be sure to join us in the next video where we unravel this mystery. Until then, stay curious, stay informed.